Shot mechanics basketball. And today I'm going to give you one secret that might just be the weird little key to hitting more shots.
This video is brought to you by our friends over at Noah Basketball, changing the game one shot at a time. Noah is a revolutionary technology that's changing the way the world thinks about training shooting. And that's why we've partnered with them. So if you want to use the secret key to shooting that many NBA and elite Division I teams use, then show your coach or parent the Noah system at the link down below. And let's make more shots and win more games.
All right, so most of the time coaches just think about reps and they might think about mechanics a little bit. As you know, we're huge on mechanics around here. But there's one kind of key that you may not have thought about before that can make a huge difference in your jump shot, and that's your dominant eye, meaning which eye kind of sees straighter. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you a test that you can figure out what eye's dominant, and that might kind of change around your mechanics just a little bit, and a lot of times can help you hit more shots right away. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to walk to the top of the three-point line, and we're going to find out which eye's dominant. And by this is what we mean. When our eyes are looking at an object, so right now I'm staring right at the rim, most of the time they just focus on one thing. So what we do is we want to find out what eye, kind of focuses more than the other one. So the really easy way to do this is go put both feet directly on the three-point line, close together. Hold out one hand and put the tip of your finger with both eyes open on the front of the rim, just like this. Both eyes open. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close one eye and we're going to see if the finger jumps off to the side. So for me, I'm right eye dominant. So as I put my right, or if I put it right in the center and I close my left eye, my finger still stays on the rim. But now if I close my right eye, because it's dominant, my finger jumps off to the side. So that tells me that my right eye is more dominant when both eyes open, so that's my dominant eye. So if you were left eye dominant, your finger would stay on the rim when they were both open, and then as soon as you closed your left eye, it would jump off to the side, right? So we want to do this test and figure out what eye's dominant to begin with, because once we figure that out, it's going to change some different things. All right, so now that you know which eye is dominant, what do we do with that information? Well, really the reason why this is important is because it's probably going to change your shot line just a little bit. Now, if I'm right eye dominant and a right-handed shooter, that probably means that I want my shot line to come right up that eye and then snap right through it, right? Just like that. And that's the way it works for me because I'm right-handed and I'm right eye dominant, so it makes it easier. If you're left-handed and left eye dominant, it's going to be the same thing, just opposite. As you bring it up your left side of your body, it's going to come right up your shot line, right up your eye line, and then snap it through, right? Now where it starts to get a little bit confusing is if you're left eye dominant and right-handed, or left-handed and right eye dominant, meaning that they're kind of crossed. And so what we want to do here is you can try keeping your shot line straight, meaning if I was left eye dominant, I could still bring it up my right side, but the only thing is it's not going to be aligned with my eyes and my vision, and so my muscle memory might be a little bit harder to build and it might be off. So what you can do is you can try shifting your shot line just a little bit towards your dominant eye side. So if you come through, if I'm a left dominant shooter or if I'm a left eye dominant but I'm a right-handed shooter, instead of bringing it up the right side right here, maybe now I'm going to bring it up more towards the middle. That way I can get it on line with my left eye right here and then snap it off towards the basket. The key that we want to be careful of is we don't want to pull the shot line too far over. Meaning, if I'm trying to get to that left eye, dominant eye shot line, I don't want to bring the ball way outside this way, because still that's going to affect a bunch of mechanics. So we want to kind of try to fudge it a little bit, bring it closer to the middle right here so we can stay on that left dominant eye shot line, but still get the ball moving straight towards the basket. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but a lot of times this can kind of, show why some players are going to have a huge shot line up their offside. Somebody like Lonzo Ball, I would guess is probably left eye dominant, because it makes no sense if his right eye is aiming for him to come all the way across his body. Right? So again, we're trying to scooch it over just a little bit so it's not too far over to the side, because again, we want to try to keep everything in straight alignment if at all possible. So find out what dominant eye is yours, and then you might have to adjust your shot line just a little bit accordingly. All right, so this video helped you out. I highly recommend you click the top link